Hello, everyone. Today I'd like to talk to you about Temu. No, there's not going to be really any reviews or anything of the products in this video. It's just me giving you my opinion about the products and about the site and things of that nature, okay? Now, Temu kind of exploded because, well, let's face it, everything is pretty cheap or reasonably priced for certain items. And of course, you get them from China, and it could take sometimes up to 2 weeks to get to you. But also, they have things called local warehouses, and I'll get into that in just a moment. But I have reviewed a few products from Temu. There were certain things that I thought, were pretty good, to get and worth the money, especially since they were really kind of cheap. But yet there's a lot of YouTubers out there that they're going overboard with Temu. They buy like, a couple $100 worth of stuff, and they say Temu haul and all this other stuff, and they're making a lot of videos about a lot of products. Some of it you may want to use, some of it may not be what you want to use or order or get from Temu. But, it was one of the new things out there, and I think the hype is kind of slowing down a little bit. I could be wrong. But regardless, Temu is pretty popular, and a lot of people are buying from Temu. Now, one of the first things I want to discuss about Temu is, it takes sometimes up to 2 weeks, maybe a little bit longer for that stuff to come in. But they also have something called local warehouses. And I do believe that they actually use the Amazon warehouses for that. And the reason why I say that is one, when I'm tracking it, I can see the location, and it's fairly close to some of the warehouses from Amazon that are around me, or that I know, like what city and state they're coming from. So I wouldn't doubt if they're using Amazon warehouses as their local warehouse that you'll see in Temu. The other thing, the reason why I'm thinking it's also that they are also using Amazon warehouses is a lot of products I see on Temu, I see the same exact thing on Amazon. Of course, costing a little bit more money than what you see on Temu. But I see the same exact things on the Amazon website as I do on Temu. So I wouldn't doubt if they're using the Amazon warehouses to store a lot of product so they can get to us a lot quicker. And of course, they're probably paying, Amazon some money to use their warehouses, and Amazon is there to make money. So why not? Now, before I go any further, there are actual name brands on Temu, and they're not called sellers, they're called providers. And Anchor actually has two different providers on Temu. There's the official Anchor shop and the Anchor certified refurbished shop. Of course, that's when you order it, you get it from the local warehouse. Now, I noticed, now Anchor also has, they're of course their website, they're also on Amazon, plus they're also on eBay as well. And one of the things I noticed is eBay and Temu are generally slightly lower in price than either on Temu or Amazon. So either way, Anchor is on there. Renogy. Now, Renogy makes solar panels, whether the really big ones or like some portable ones. They also have what a lot of people refer them to as solar generators. They're not a solar generator. The big power battery packs that you see, you can hook a solar panel up to, or charge it off your car lighter or an outlet. Basically, it's a big, humongous battery in there. I don't like the idea of people calling those solar generators, because they just store power. They don't convert it. That's the solar panels convert convert it to, into energy, so these things can store the energy. So, but Renogy is on there. EcoFlow, same thing. They make these solar power stations, or generators, if you will. They're on Temu as well. So is AceBeam, Movo, Teotronics, Jackery Direct, Soundpeats, Warsun, Edifier, Woobin, Kodak. Yes, Kodak. But they're mainly like storage stuff, like flash drives and hard drives, external hard drives and stuff like that. Ugreen, Claris, Sofern, and Falamoth. Those are the ones that I was able to find on Temu. Now, some of these places that I just mentioned, I think they're using it as their clearance. Things that are left over, or maybe something that orders were canceled, or somebody returned something. So I think they're using Temu to kind of get rid of either old product or returned product. So beware about that. If you happen to notice of any other brand names that are sold on Temu, put it in the comments below if you know anything. But those are the ones that I know of, okay? So yeah, I mean, they're using Temu to move their stuff. And like I said, some of these providers, they may not have anything currently, but I do believe that they're trying to sell, they're using Temu more or less to get rid of their old stock or returned items. Now, the overall opinion about Temu with me is it's hit and miss. You can get a gem or you can get crap. There's a lot of products I got through Temu that I did not review, and I won't review. I got things like some flashlights, and some of the problems with the flashlights I got were they broke real quick. Like, not even 2 weeks into testing them, either the button that you turn it on and off stopped working, the LED that's in it just burnt out, or they have like built-in batteries to the point where you can't even just really take it out and resolder in or something like that of another one. You can't just kind of like replace it. They put it in there in such a way where it's almost impossible for you to replace it. Or the batteries are junk. I ordered a few. Let me give you another good example. I ordered a couple 18650 batteries from Temu, and I think they were from Smiling Shark, I think it was. Well, when I tested them, the internal resistance was, really high. Lower resistance means the better the battery. Higher resistance means, well, they're close to end of life. And a lot of these were in the 70% range. So all these 18650 batteries and stuff, people are probably, my idea. I mean, I could be totally wrong on this. Like when you go and you drop them off at a Best Buy or something to have them recycled, I think what China is doing is just putting them in these junky products and reselling them. So if you buy batteries from Temu, be very careful with it, because I think a lot of these batteries are just junk that come from Temu. I would never order them. I'd pay the extra money and get a good brand name or whatever here in the States. Don't get this junk off Temu with batteries. Same thing with a lot of the flashlights. Unless it's a brand name or something of that nature, or unless you see somebody on YouTube or Rumble or BitChute that did a review and they tell you how good or bad it is. Otherwise, it's taking a stab in the dark. You may get a good one, you may get a bad one. But I had a few decent ones that I've already reviewed, I believe, and the rest of them that I got in were pretty much junk. Also, if it's too good of a deal, it usually is, and it's junk that they're trying to sell you, for an unbelievably low price, no matter what product it is. If it's a unbelievable price for whatever product you're getting, well, the product is probably junk. Clothing. Now, I've ordered clothing, just some shirts, whether they be like a t-shirt type or a button-down shirt. They're not bad. They're made out of 100% polyester, the ones that I got. But you have to order at least a size bigger than what you wear. So if you wear a large normally and you're going to order a shirt from Temu, get an extra large or a 2X. Trust me on this. They do run a little bit small. Okay. But there's other things I've ordered too. I did order some earbuds and headphones. Like I reviewed, some of them were good. There's a lot of them that are bad. They don't connect all the time, or the battery just dies on them. I had a set of earbuds and I was listening to them. They sounded pretty good. They stayed in my ears really well. But after about 3 weeks, they just wouldn't hold a charge, not even the case. And I was going to do a review about those earbuds, but when I came back onto Temu to see, if they're still available at the price, they were discontinued. Yeah, no kidding, because they were junk. And I couldn't even find anything similar to those anywhere on Temu, so I didn't even bother. It's like, why bother? But yeah, you really got to be careful with the stuff you get from Temu. It is a bunch of hit or miss items. Now, you can get knives. You can get all sorts of weird stuff on Temu. My best advice when it comes to products that you possibly want to get from Temu, do a search on YouTube, Rumble, or BitChute. See if there's somebody who didn't do a review of that product already, or something at least very, very similar. And see what they have to say about it, the pros and cons. Because I'll be honest, it's like, I really toned down a lot of the stuff I got from, I was even planning on getting from Temu. I was like, I've been burned too many times. I had a few really good products, but to me, it's not worth it. It's, I wasted a, pretty decent amount of money ordering stuff from Temu, only when they finally came in, they were just total 100% junk, and it wasn't even worth my time, effort, or money. I did find a couple good charging cables and, charge data cables that were really good. This one I got even tells you how many watts your device is charging at. That was pretty good, but once again, it was discontinued from the person that I bought it from. And I even tried looking up that exact cable because I was given a name on it. Don't ask me, I can't remember. And I couldn't find it anywhere. So it is a hit or miss when it comes to Temu. Buyer beware, basically. Unless it's something that's a brand name, like some of the ones I named off. Or if you do some research and look, like I said, look up maybe if someone did some reviews and they say it's okay, or if it's all right, maybe as a backup or as an emergency, not necessarily emergency. Buy name good quality stuff for emergency purposes. But, that type of thing. So what it boils down to is when it comes to Temu, take everything with a grain of salt. Do a little bit of extra research. See if anyone has done a review on it. And don't be mad if it turns out to be junk. Because like I said, if you see one product, this one is say $8, but this one is, 14. Generally, I found out usually with a little bit higher price on that same exact item on Temu, it comes in a little bit better. It comes better packaged, so it doesn't get damaged while shipping. And two, it just seems to be a little bit better quality of a product. I mean, it may be the exact same product, but there's little certain things that could be done that maybe this provider that's charging $14 for said, hey, look, I want it to be a little bit better. Make sure to you use this type of button so it doesn't wear out, or a better battery in it or something of that nature. But I just generally found out that if you pay like an extra buck, two or three or something like that for this something that seems identical, it tends to be a little bit better product. So yeah, that's pretty much about all I have to say. I mean, oh, hold on. All right, sorry about that. Had to take that phone call. But yeah, when it comes to Temu, just please be cautious when you're going to order something. Don't go crazy. I mean, prices may seem phenomenal, but try to do a little research. Go in there and try to see if there's any reviews, negative reviews, especially. That's one of the things I look for, is the negative reviews. And it's really buyer beware. My personal opinion is Temu is good for certain things, but not for everything. That's just it. It's gonna be a shot in the dark. Don't be mad if you pay money and it comes in and it's just junk. There's enough people already on YouTube and other social media pretty much saying the same thing, that Temu is not necessarily someone you should trust 100% with your money to get a good quality product. Because even if the product works, say like a USB microphone, okay? Say you plug it in and it works great, sounds great and everything. How long will it last? That's the other thing too when it comes to products from Temu, is how good is the longevity of the products. I mean, if you paid $10 for the thing and it lasts you 2-3 years and then it finally dies, okay, that's kind of not bad for $10, let's be honest. But the point I'm trying to make is, when you're buying something from Temu, unless it's a known name brand, expect it to fail. Expect it, don't expect the best. I mean, like, if you're expecting it to be 100%, let's just use some numbers. If you're expecting it to be 100% and you get it in, don't be surprised if you get 50 to 80%. You know what I'm saying? So just be very wary about Temu. It's hit or miss. You're going to either get junk or you're going to get a gem. Just be careful with Temu. My personal advice is, if you find a few good things on Temu, kind of stick with that kind of thing. Don't go exploring and buying all of your electronics and camping gear and whatnot on Temu. I would not 100% rely on that kind of stuff. Mainly because of one big thing is longevity. How long will something last? It probably won't. It might last you a year or less. If it lasts you 2-3 years, hey, great. But I don't think there's a lot of the stuff they sell on there, especially when it comes to electronics and batteries, that type of thing. I don't think it's going to last very long. I know I keep beating a dead horse, but Temu, for me, I'm pretty much done with. I mean, I might buy some novelty little tiny things off of there, but going as far as for me to buy anything anymore and show you on, and do a review or something of that nature, no, I'm probably not going to do that again. It's just not worth it, in my personal opinion, to get something from Temu to try to rely on and use every single day. Okay, so that's it. Temu, it's a hit or miss. It's up to you to decide whether you want to keep getting it, but with me, I'm just going to use it for novelty type things, and that's it. Okay, I'm not going to get anything that I'm really desperately going to need or something of that nature. It's just going to be stupid stuff like Christmas decorations, like ornaments or something. Something that I may think is funny, like a Donald Trump toilet brush. I thought it was funny, things like that. as for getting any more flashlights or batteries or microphones or a camera or anything, nah, I'm just going to stick with like Amazon or go to like the manufacturer's website like Anchor and Ugreen and things like that. I'm just going to get it from there. So that's it. And if you like this video, please give it that thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel. Don't forget about the notification bell. It would really help me out a lot if you were to share this video and maybe a few more of my others on all of your social media. And until the next video, you, your friends, your family, and yes, even all of your pets, you all have a great day. I'll see you in the next video.